Following a weekend of unprecedented joint U.S. and Israeli airstrikes on Iran, the operation, which has already claimed the life of Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei, has effectively split the international community. On the front lines, the Israeli military says its campaign is to degrade the regime, and it is only intensifying. He says, from this place, pilots embark on attacks in the heart of Tehran. We are not stopping, not even for a minute. The rate and power of our attacks are unprecedented. Tonight, Air Force planes attacked the Iranian leadership compound, the most important and central command of the regime. In Washington, the administration is framing this as a preemptive necessity. Secretary of State Marco Rubio defended the timing, suggesting that waiting for an Iranian response would have resulted in higher American casualties, while openly calling for the collapse of the Tehran government.
We would not mind, we would not be heartbroken, and we hope that the Iranian people can overthrow this government and establish a new future for that country. We knew that if we didn't preemptively go after them before they launched those attacks, we would suffer higher casualties.
But the political cost is being weighed in the American heartland. On the eve of the Texas primary elections, voters expressed their deep skepticism about the lack of clear exit strategy and the human cost of another conflict.
And in the long-term plan, what's the plan? How many troops are we going to put in danger, to get involved with this conflict? So that's, one of my main issues.
This domestic friction is mirrored in the halls of the U.S. Senate, where leaders clash over whether this is a war of choice. Democratic leader Chuck Schumer warns that America has been launched into a full-scale conflict without a clear endgame.
Donald Trump has just launched America into a full-scale conflict against one of our most fervent adversaries without a plan, without an endgame, and without authorization for Congress or even a debate in full view of the American people. This is a war of choice, not necessity.
The diplomatic tremors reach as far as the Indo-Pacific. In Taiwan, there are fears that the diversion of U.S. military resources in the Middle East creates a security vacuum that China could exploit. He says, we hope for them to return to Asia as quickly as possible. If resources and time are once again placed in the Middle East, I believe this will cause some harm to stability and peace in the Indo-Pacific. Even as Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu calls this a gateway to peace, Moscow warns the strike could paradoxically trigger a nuclear arms race among Iran's neighbors. He says this war can prompt not only Iran, but also its Arab neighboring countries to seek to acquire nuclear weapons. The declared noble goal could stimulate exactly the opposite trend. With global shipping routes paralyzed and the big wave of the war yet to come, the war remains caught between a push for regime change and the fear of a global quagmire. I'm Butlali Pile, SABC News.